different people have a different purpose when they come for tea. Some people, they are looking for the health benefit. And for me, the most important is that the enjoyment, right? So we have to enjoy the good teas. And then I have to enjoy using the teapot to brew the tea. And then also, personally, I think that would be more for me, it's like the help benefit mentally. So when I sit down and have a pot of tea, so I would feel very relaxing. Right? Hello, my name is Daniel. So I opened a tea shop in Chinatown for 23 years, since 2002. When I started the tea shop here at Chinatown, was very busy. So a lot of our grocery stores or even the other tea shops in Chinatown, and it's so hard to find a unit that we can rent and then to open a tea shop. So the tea shop that we are focusing on Chinese tea. So that means that we're carrying authentic Chinese teas. So which is different than the Chinese tea that people can buy from a regular market, or the tea that will be different than in the Chinese restaurant. So we want people to truly appreciate the real Chinese tea. So at the beginning, our tea shop's name is called Real China Tea, right? So because we came to Real China Tea. Until that, about 15 years ago, that one of my students that was a Westerner who was professional in marketing, and he said, well, so since that you're carrying, specializing Chinese tea, then why not just call it the Chinese tea shop? So then we changed the name to the Chinese tea shop.
You can see the stains here, right? So sometimes that when you use this kind of kettle, you can use the eyes or look at the stains. And sometimes you can hear the sound, the bubbles, or watching the bubbling sound, right? So in Chinese tradition, when the bubble as small as traps iron, and that should be the right temperature for doing green tea.
And when I immigrated to Canada in 1990s, so Chinese tea was not that popular. So especially Westerners, they don't know much about tea. They thought that most teas are from the Tibet. So when we started the business in 2002, right? So we introduced the loose leaf tea, loose leaf Chinese tea to the market, right? And then at the beginning, most of our customers are local Chinese people. And then slowly there were more and more Caucasian visiting the tea shop. And then we spend time explaining to them about the Chinese tea culture, how we brew tea, how we enjoy tea, and then slowly they're passing the knowledge and experience to them, especially that we do the traditional way of making tea called Kung Fu Cha style. So once people they start Kung Fu Cha style, the skill will get better with practice. And this way, how we spread the Chinese tea culture to not just Chinese communities, but also the local the Westerners.
Where does the water flow to?
No, this is a tray and comes with a tube.
Oh,
So all the water go to another bucket. And because this is the first time you try this tea, so just using the skill, make the tea taste milder, smoother, really delicate.
Two fingers, take the ring, the cup. You can use another certain fingers up at the bottom ring, right? But not touching the counterparty, like, because it's too hot. Again, so just about it. Smell the aroma first, and then slurp the tea with noise, right? So when you were little, that the parents may say, don't slurp, right? So now they learn how to slurp, right? So go ahead, please. Yeah, that's all. The stove, originally that could be using the charcoal. And now that this one is made in 1970s,
Yeah.
right, it was wire, electric.
Wow.
But it's still vintage, right? This is the vintage, right? Because this is the heritage building here. It's over 100 years old. We don't allow to use the charcoal. So instead of using the charcoal, then I use the electric, right, for the safety.
One reason that I started business in Chinatown because Chinatown has this is the second biggest Chinatown in North America. Has a lot of heritage buildings and old cultures. So when I started business, I think more 99% of our customers are Chinese people, right? And then slowly we have a few Westerners visiting, right? So that gives us opportunity to introduce Chinese tea to them. Quite a lot of Westerners that they are really into Chinese tea, right? Because maybe the media that also help a lot. So right now there probably will be 70% of customers are Westerners. And then of course that the Kung Fu Cha style is not just a way to make the tea taste better, but also it's a culture to let people sit down relaxed, enjoying tea with family members, or sharing tea with friends. So that to make the whole lifestyles that changes, right? And so when people really spending time enjoying the cup of tea, and then usually that they would know the quality, how good of our quality of the Chinese teas, and then they would always come back and buy again. And then I would like to share this feeling or lifestyle to my friends. So I hope that they would all have the same enjoyment as me. And of course that the whole culture is that everyone have the patience, sit down, relaxed, enjoy it together, chat to each other, to communicate, right? So that's not just the cup of tea, but also the whole the time together, right?
Today. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.